and Fantasy is moving down the map. He is upgrading Stem, I believe, right now, so he's definitely going to try to do this in Calm. I think he's going out to try to protect his third base, going over there with a drone, and he's going to use Lurkers to protect that third base, and that's generally what Zerg do against Protoss on this map as well. Here's the third Sunken coming up, so no Sunken break from Fantasy this game. So Calm playing very, very safe there. Fantasy is actually going to scout this before it even happens. I'm not even sure if Calm's going to decide to throw down this base because Fantasy's going to know all about it. He's already camping out, making sure that this base is coming up, and Calm deciding to pull away. So he's definitely going to be delayed as far as his base goes. And he's deciding just to use one Zergling to do this. Try to not make Fantasy too suspicious, but Fantasy's going to come up, see that drone, and he's going to see the Hydra, so he's going to know this base is going to come up now. Another Overlord going down. Epic Star Sense from Fantasy so far, sniping 2 Overlords. I'm not even sure how he knew about that second Overlord up there at the 10 o'clock, but he found it and killed it. And now he knows about the 5 o'clock base going down. So, yeah, excellent sense from both players so far. Another Zergling scout going down. Calm is trying to make sure that Fantasy won't break the front while he's going for extra tech. He's going for his Queen's Nest already. So he's going for very quick defilers, I think. Oh, Fantasy getting a starport up, probably for science vessels. Building some more supply depots. And he's going down with his entire troop. Well, it looks like... Oh, Calm, he's moving all of his drones, but that's being completely spotted by Fantasy. Fantasy saw that with his SCV, so I'm surprised that Calm is deciding to go out and transfer all of his drones anyway. Drones running into troops. Calm is trying to fall back, but he's going to fall back into even more troops. Oh, man, bad day to be a drone. Say goodbye, drones. Tell Maria I love her. All the drones going down. So that's horrible for Calm. He's not going to have that base up and running for a long time. He's not going to be able to get drones over there. That's the bad thing about Eye of the Storm. The good thing is that it has a nice choke that you can protect as a Zerg with Lurkers, as Calm is doing now, morphing Lurkers. But the bad thing is the distance between the choked areas. Fantasy is going to spot those Lurker eggs soon if he moves in, but Calm, he will have a couple Lurkers there, and hopefully that will be enough to protect that base, but I'm doubtful that this is going to be enough. Fantasy is going down with backup troops, so if he has scan prepared, he's going to be able to snipe both of these Lurkers. Calm, looking distressed. He doesn't have any other troops over here. One of the Lurkers goes down. The second Lurker coming down, being burrowed. So he has one Lurker in the area. Scan from Fantasy. He's going to rip through that, and this base is going to go down. There's nothing over here for Calm at all. And Fantasy, he's actually microing 2 groups of units. He has another group of units outside the natural expansion of Calm, just to try to keep a pincer attack from happening, coming down with a dropship in the meantime. Falling back. Yeah, as I said, Fantasy's control of his medic and marines seems to be top-notch these days. So as he's going to drop in with his dropship full of troops, he's probably going to drop into the main with that and cause even more havoc for this very early tech build from Calm. So Calm, if he doesn't protect this, he's going to be in huge trouble. He's teched a little bit too early, I think. He did not have his third base up, and he probably should have waited till that was up and running to decide to commit to Defiler tech or something. But yeah, Fantasy's going to have a ton of troops on the ground. He has plenty of barracks pumping. Dropping right into the main. Oh, Calm sees this, but I'm not sure. He drops. Oh, very smart of Fantasy to drop the medic first, the Firebat second, just to kill any Zerglings that just decide to come in. But now there's one Lurker in the area. That Lurker is going to be the deciding factor. Fantasy can somehow manage to get rid of all these troops. Nice micro from Fantasy, taking out all of the Zerglings, and he might be able to take out this Hydralisk Den. He definitely takes out almost takes out one Overlord. I don't think he's paying attention. I think he's basically focusing on his base at the moment. But yeah, excellent micro from Fantasy. He's causing so much damage with only a few Marines. Well, he's in the middle, too, so he's microing 2 groups of units yet again, fighting back all of the Lurkers that are in the middle of the map. Oh, man, he's coming in with such a huge troop, so I'm not sure if Calm's going to be able to defend this. Siege tanks are going to rip through those Sunkens, so Calm could be in huge trouble. He's lost too many troops already. I think Calm has some Lurkers out, and he's going to go for a pincer attack, but Fantasy's definitely going to be mindful of that. He saw the Lurkers running away. See, Fantasy's going to prepare for that pincer. He's getting all of his, he's spreading all of his Marines out, so he's prepared for the pincer. So Calm, he's going to try it. Calm's coming in. He's sneaking in from the backside, and now he's going to try to come in with the front with some troops, I think. But Calm, here he goes. Oh, Calm not yet deciding to commit to this. So he still has troops behind Fantasy. So he's waiting for the proper opportunity, the right amount of lurkers before he trying to get up his third base once again. But he's going to lose all of these Sunkens. Fantasy throwing on the pressure, coming out with, where does Fantasy get all these troops? And it's ridiculous. He's coming down with even more troops. Oh, man, the Nidus Canal up. And that Nidus is going to try to help out the 10 o'clock base once that comes up, but it could be too late for Calm. He does have Defiler tech out. He was working on that from the Hive tech. Oh, he lost. Oh, there's finally a Dark Swarm from Calm, so that's his last shot. So Fantasy's backing off, but he can use that tank splash damage to rip into the lurkers inside the Dark Swarm. He's backing off temporarily, backing off a little bit, and I think he's just going to back off a very, very little bit while he comes down with his backup troops. Fantasy spotting the lurkers that were trying to kill his backup troops. Getting a reverse pincer on Calm, so Calm's not going to get a pincer attack at all on Fantasy. The Nidus Canal is up, but Calm is looking bad. It's looking bad for Calm. He's lost so many troops already that his chances are not looking good. He's got to use this early tech advantage, use those Dark Swarms very effectively to take out Fantasy. But Fantasy deciding to bypass the Dark Swarm. He's just running right by the Dark Swarm and trying to kill that Defiler. Well, it looks like Calm's going for a counterattack, but yeah, that's not going to be successful. All those fire bats protecting the front, so yeah, Calm, it's not looking good for him. He hasn't gotten any damage done, really. He's taken out some troops, but he hasn't gotten any economic damage. He's not really able to use his Defilers effectively yet. So many fire bats out to fight off these Zerglings. Fantasy knows that Calm's last chance at this point is a bunch of Zerglings. Oh man, another Defiler going, 2 Defilers going down for Calm, so yeah, he can't support this much tech. He's definitely cut his drone production to get out troops to protect his natural, but Fantasy's not going to let up the pressure. He's not letting up the pressure. GG from Calm, knowing that the Doom, the Terran ball of Doom was going into his natural. There's nothing he could do to stop it. So Fantasy already up 1 in a group full of Zerg. And you know he only has Zerg to practice against here. So yeah, Fantasy might be rolling through this group. We'll see how he does against Everett and Shine. Moving on.